Hi, everybody. Welcome to 2 Hour Track Challenge. My name is Ben_Burns. Today we're going to be writing a song in 2 hours or less. This theme today is going to be inspired by bismuth, as if you've been... Hello, Fen. If you have been watching the prior streams, you will understand that I have been doing a mineral-inspired stream for the songs, like taking the minerals and being inspired by them. And today, as you can probably see at the top up here, we have bismuth. And bismuth is a really, really cool mineral. It's actually a heavy metal, but it forms naturally in this lattice, like fractal style, this rainbow fractal lattice. It's really very interesting. As a heavy metal, it actually melts at a very low temperature, and you can create large pieces of bismuth like this. I'm not making a heavy metal track, no. So this is naturally forming, but it's naturally forming by being melted in a metal pan. I did not melt this, but it's actually very heavy, so holding it like that is difficult. Yeah. Hey, Jenk. Okay, so that is the general idea. I'm going to be taking the idea of bismuth, this very fractal geometric shape, and I'm thinking that what I can do with that is do something that's like electronic arpeggiated, like the idea for a track name, and I don't know if we're going to go this direction. The idea for a track name that I have is like Fractal City. Yeah, very fractal, very square, like Fractal City or Cityscape or some kind of square waves and 4x4. Yeah, I was thinking about doing some kind of an electronic song. So I'm going to start with that and see if we can go anywhere. But Quadrilateral Rainbow, that's a pretty good track name too. We'll see where we end up. I'm going to go a little faster than normal. This metal is ass exploder. Well, I think you got the bismuth is holographic. Do you mean color changing? It doesn't change color after it's solidified, but it does solidify in various colors. Yeah, it's not like a labradorite where it has that flash to it. It is once it sets in its color, it's pretty much that color. But it does have the rainbow. While this is loading, I'll show that thing again. It does have the rainbow sheen to it. It's just those colors don't change. So, yep, that's bismuth. It's a lot of bismuth. But yeah, I wish I could get a better picture because it's like it looks like a little city in there, like a little Aztec city or something like that, like built into the mountainside. That is a bowl of bismuth. It is. So I was thinking the best way we could start is with Analog Dreams. I would not recommend eating from it. It is a heavy metal, but it's one of the more safe ones. But I'm pretty sure if you accidentally ingest some, it's still pretty bad for you. Snow on Mars. I think I tried this one before. I'll make a joke about that, but it'd probably offend me if someone else made it. So I really like the idea of plucks. How do I find a property that's nice and doesn't have 1,000? Taste the rainbow. There you go, Fen. We got there. So I like the idea of an arpeggio that doesn't that still rises and falls, but doesn't use the same notes on the way back down. I don't know if I like that pluck. It's nice. There we go. That is kind of square wavy, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I think it could definitely go in the direction of some kind of like futuristic sci-fi. Let me see what I can do with this. Let's just get some generic kicks. Ugh. Let's get some good generic kicks. I want something without a whole lot of like punch in the high end, because I still like the idea that this is a bit more along the lines of not necessarily like chill, but like more of a soft kick. Yeah. Dub tech. That was the word I was thinking of 30 seconds ago. It's sci-fi present fiction in 2019, but from the 80s perspective. Interesting. Compressor, I barely know her. Okay. So now where do we go with this? I keep increasing this tempo. So the delay on this is starting to bug me a little bit. Thank you, Windows. Restart tonight. Go away, actually. I don't even want to click any of those buttons because it'll turn off my computer. Okay. 2-hour update challenge. Yeah, right. Auto pan. Put a little bit of motion on this. Where do we go with this? Where do we go with this? How do we interpret something like this? Like the fractal nature of it makes me think of something like getting a grain delay. Like a granular delay kind of feels fractal to me because you can like shift the pitch around and do some weird stuff. So you can like this is all spoken stuff. I'm looking at your Konami ones, Em. You know, hi-hat closed. What does this sound like? It's like fractal kind of, it speaks like this to me. So it's like you can go like this. Something like that, maybe? This also feels like a song that needs to have its structure built pretty early on, just so I don't paint myself into a corner, because this could definitely be a song where it just kind of spirals out of control until I run out of time, and I definitely don't want to do that. So, reverb. Anyway, how's everybody doing today? Doing some sound design for a game project. That's awesome, Foxy. Sorry, Fen. I don't know why. Oh, because that's how you addressed yourself. That's why. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that you're feeling better. I know that you've been going through some stuff lately. Okay. Let's just record 8 bars of some kind of lead. Let's see what that goes. I mean, this is turning more into a percussive thing, but we'll just leave it there for now. Final Fantasy console project. Wow. Or Fantasy console, not Final Fantasy. I'm like, that's an interesting brand deal. Was it developed by Soulja Boy? That's not how that works. Got a vibrato right here. Oh, there we go. It's a little too much. I like the sound of that, though. Okay, so we can take this. So I'm kind of thinking that this this has the opportunity for a very solid A section and a B section, which I'm kind of into, where we can have this kind of strange build that leads into something a little bit more energetic, because this is very like kind of mysterious right now, which is neat. Especially this like this flattened second and this sharpened fourth right here. So it has some interesting like scale stuff going on. I don't really think it needs anything else like right here. At least right away. But, of course, as always, suggestions are appreciated. I'm just kind of figuring out as I go right now. So, like, this would... Better at song structure. Avant-garde nonsense. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm hitting A, but it's not going to the automation section. Can I please automate stuff, Ableton? Thank you. Song structure is a little difficult to parse right away. Hey, if you like listening to it, then you did a good job. Okay, let's add a couple other things here. Let's go to our actual hi-hats and bring in, I don't know if I really want to go full drum machine, but let's just see what a drum machine hat would sound like. Let's do 909, just to be zesty. Okay, so it's like... Why is that note so quiet? Sweetie, are you heading out? Are you over there? No, I'm just hallucinating. Never mind. Okay, so this last bar can also... This is something I have been listening rather lately to Brian Funk's music production podcast, and on there they were talking about... I can't remember who he was talking about this time, but they were talking about recognizing patterns. And it was about just like, even if you do one little thing every 4 bars or 8 bars, if you do one little thing that's unique, it'll keep people interested and engaged. And I find that both very, very true and incredibly interesting from like a psychological standpoint. Voicing. I could do a little... Why is this not... Do I have to... especially when you do more subtle aspect. Yeah. Why is this not working? There it is. Now it's getting to be a cool sounding instrument. I don't want it to be that obvious though. I just want it to be just like a little touch. Yeah. Also, one thing we have to do with this is we have to go like this and set this note, because otherwise, like if it's rendering the song and it starts here, and then if it because we want this first note to not to pitch bend, but since Massive right now remembers this last note is down here, if we start rendering the song, this first bit will have that bend in it. So what we have to do is we have to create essentially a dummy note with the volume off. So just like that. So now if it's down here, it'll be like, oh, that's the width. Good job, Ben. Ha! I am a smart boy, and everybody likes me. So now, see, so essentially what we're doing is we're resetting that note in a place where we can't hear it, and that way it'll do what I want it to. Excuse me. Okay, so we can iterate on this core idea a little bit more. So it'll be bum. Yeah. Making progress. This is a bit of an oddity. I like this song so far. So like the idea of the song so far is just kind of, we don't really have a narrative for this song. It's just kind of a feeling. Sorry, I gotta fix that. That's better. Whoop. Cool, those are off for some reason. Did Ableton copy paste weird, or am I just being... Oh, no, I'm just dumb. Okay, never mind. Okay. So where do we go? We've got kind of an intro here. So what we can do is we can take something like this and put a huge reverb chain on it, and then I'm going to resample that. And then use that as kind of like a reverse. Get some neat noise. So we can go the resample. go. So I can copy, but where's the paste? There we go. Where's the paste? Anyway. Hope y'all have been doing well. Anybody out there playing WoW Classic? I have a couple friends who have been binging on it. I'm kind of curious how prevalent it is with people. I'm tempted to try it, but I have a strong feeling that I would get sucked into it and never leave. Trying to figure out the best way to handle this, because I do think we need some kind of a simple riser here, but I'm just trying to sort out how this is actually supposed to sound. Might need a little compression. I can't talk. Compression today. Go like this, maybe. I kind of like that. Gives it a bit of a spooky vibe. And everybody loves a spooky vibe. That's render. Why did I choose to render that? That's the... How do you make a MIDI clip again? Hey, I figured it out, everybody. I remembered how to use Ableton. Yeah. I'm in a good state of mind today, apparently. Allergies have actually been kicking my ass today, which is not great. I think a lot of people have been suffering from some pretty bad allergies lately, so I can't really say that I'm in the minority there. This seems like something that should be pretty on the grid. But, like, it's like I took my allergy meds, and I'm just doing my best, you know. That's about all you can do. So that's a lot sharper than I wanted it to be. See if it's not. It needs to have a little more punch than that. I don't know if I like the analog for this one. It sounds a little too analog-y, which isn't a word. I'll go to wavetable. Wavetable's never done me wrong. Plus, I can use this. I can use the shimmer unison over here, so this should be good. It's basic. I'm basically setting it up the exact same way, but so I'm not too worried there. Let's see. Amp envelope. Oh, other way, Ben. Okay, so this goes down here. There we go. Okay, so how do we iterate on this? We've got kind of an interesting intro. We've got a couple really neat layers. I'm just wondering what we can do with this to kind of juice it up, and I wonder if I have a good triangle sample, like an actual triangle sample, not like a triangle wave. Those are triangle waves. That's not bad. I like the idea of because now it has the same kind of, it has the same fractal sound to it. So where does this go? I mean, the obvious way, which is the way I don't really want to do it, is to be like something like this. Is to like have this kind of build up. And I don't really want to go that way. I'd like to do some like interesting things with this. I just need to figure out the right way to get all that going. So, let's see. With the like the rainbow sheen on a bismuth, I can totally see like some pads or some frequency sweeps that would kind of modify this whole thing. Yeah, I know, Fen. My words aren't going well today. So that's neat. Thank you, Fen. I appreciate that. So maybe iterating on this, or alternatively, we can like turn this into some kind of a bass and then we could like do something else on top of it. Beep. It almost feels like this needs to be bumped up by like another 15 BPM. Absolutely not. So if we do like 145, that's 125, Ben. 145. Yeah. You think 140 is the sweet spot? That's too much. These are too much. I also have a million points to spend, so I can always find something else. I want something that's like electronic. But not boring. Basically what I'm looking for right now is I'm looking for something that has some like weight and movement to it that doesn't get in the way. That might work if I filter out the lows. I'll put this at 140. I think 145 might be a good spot for it, but... Okay, so let's chop out the lows here. Lower the volume. This might not be the right sample. I'm going to stick with it for a second just to see if I can recover it. Otherwise, I wasted 8 whole pennies. Oh no! I think we might be able to make this work though. Okay, so this synth is very weak. So I guess I'm just going to go to massive again and try to get something that's not as janky. Oops, I opened Massive X. Oh well. You know what I said. So I can go in here and let's add some some juice to it and see if that helps. Okay. Okay, I don't like how this ends now. Oh, I think I like 145 better. I also am not a fan of like the static and crap inside of this drum loop. Especially because I think it's like focused on one side. So that might have been a bad idea. Host music online. Honestly, like SoundCloud is good for just sharing stuff. But wherever you post it, I wouldn't like hope for organic reach. Like it's all about pimping it yourself. I think SoundCloud is fine if you're just trying to share the music, but if you're trying to make money off of it, then something like YouTube with ads enabled, or going somewhere like Bandcamp or something else is probably, yeah, I would go with SoundCloud then. Like there's no reason not to. SoundCloud does have its place. I'm just not a huge fan of it overall. This does not have any width. It doesn't have any bass either. What am I doing with my life? Pretty much jank. Like, yeah, it's SoundCloud is not great, but it'll do the job for what you're looking for, and that's sometimes the most important thing. Dimension expander quad. Where I thought there was like a bit crusher, utility folder, frequency shifter, distortion. I just want like a compressor. Is that what this is? No. Okay, well, let's just go this way then. That gives some nice little crackles on the top too, which is nice. It's still not loud. At least it doesn't feel loud. But that might just be because there's nothing on the top. So okay. Let's try to make something. Yeah. So yeah, SoundCloud is fine. There's nothing wrong with SoundCloud. I primarily don't like SoundCloud if you're trying to like build a community, because in that case it's not great. It's not great for that kind of stuff because SoundCloud has their own problems. Yeah, that sucks. Let's just, it won't matter if I change the velocities on these because this is through massive, but it'll allow me to select them easier. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing, by the way. I'm just kind of messing around with stuff at the moment. You know what we could do, is I haven't messed with this yet. Borp. Isn't there like a thing that you can pull to... Maybe I forget how this works. I thought you could take this and you could like modify it. Don't learn while you're doing. That's basically what I wanted. It's just gonna have to do a little bit of manual labor, I guess. Go like that. And go like that. And go like that. And it's good enough. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm just kind of messing around with stuff right now. I'm hitting a little bit of writer's block on this because I don't really know where to go. So just kind of figuring it out as I go along here, and hopefully we figure... This is the wrong note, but I like it too much to get rid of it now. Da, 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 da. So that would be, yeah. I think that's right. This song is not... Hey, kitty. Oh, no kitties on the computer. This song's not what I'm looking for right now, and I'm trying to figure out how to... Okay, I gotta get my shit together. It's like, it's spooky and weird, which is cool. Sorry, Tito, I didn't mean to scare you. I'm not pleased with this. Not pleased at all. And I don't know where to go. This is a tricky one. I feel like I kind of painted myself into a little bit of a corner with this. Which is no fault but my own, obviously, but I'm just trying to figure out delayed drums. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Oh man, it's already been an hour. We don't have a name for this yet. Actually, we do have a name. What was the name that M suggested like a million years ago? Quadrilateral rainbow? Yeah. 606s and snares. Quadrilateral rainbow. Yeah, yeah. I think. Okay, let's listen to this again because we have a really neat establishing. Kitty, get off my computer. Why are those so high pitched now? I don't know if this is the right way to go about this. It's just like super boring. Yeah. Yeah, and I know that it's kind of missing some frequency layers too, but I'm trying to like build the structure. The structure is the percussion and the bass, and that it's just like really dull. Turner chorus hook. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about making like an A section, kind of a B section that deviates from this a little bit, and then bringing it back with a chorus that has this. So here, no, not time signature change. A intro, B intro. We'll do this for 8 bars. It'll be kind of straight laced on that in that front. A expand, and we'll have that for like whatever. Chorus. And when I do this, I tend to overextend and cause problems for myself, but we'll give it a try. Expand. Finale, whatever. Sure. There we go. Got our structure. That's neat. Except I like put these out wrong, so that's cool. Good job, Ben. So yeah. Something like that. I think what I need to do is revisit this idea. So what was the name that he said again? Quadrilateral rainbow. Let's go with that. Let me just see how he typed it, just to make sure that I got this right. 2019, 08, 28. Quadrilateral rainbow. Okay. Cool. Look at this. Hey, Ableton crashed. Just kidding. So we have this section. This section is solid. Kind of tech step, kick, snare, sort of shuffle mix in the background. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Creating a little bit more tension and dynamism in this B section here would be interesting, both by changing the percussion, like how it's treated sonically, and also how the kicks and snares are sorted. And I'm doing a little bit of that now. I changed it around. So I think we can roll with that, but I'm just trying to right now. I'm just trying to figure out like how I want to structure this song, like from a narrative perspective. Like what is this like? What is this visually? And if we're gonna go with the idea of the bismuth, like very angular, very structured, like kind of like a cityscape, like how would we do this? And it's like we kind of have this night scene, this kind of a nightclub. Yeah, Jank, don't do that. Bad idea. So it's kind of like this weird nightclub kind of thing. And then maybe what that moves into is like something spilling out onto the streets and getting like activity, like running down all of these, like all the blocks of the city or whatever. And this is all interpretive. Like I'm not saying that this is what this song means, but yeah, exactly. And that's kind of what I'm saying. It's like like living in this city. And we actually already have a better bass line right now. This is way better. So we just need to make this bass actually like... Come on, Massive. Thank you. Cartoon man striding down the illusion simulates. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, pizza. It sounds like you have an idea. What else is square aside from me? I like that idea. It's like I want this to be. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so if we're going with that, how do you like Massive X? I think that it has a lot of really great features and a lot of really dumb ones. Most notably, the idea that this ADSR curve isn't responsive to like clicking and dragging and like moving stuff around here. This turns the whole attack curve into this weird abstract idea rather than something that you can concrete like and manipulate. Whereas with normal massive, where's my normal massive? If I wanted to, I could just be like, I want this to be longer, and you just do that. You just click and drag, and it's so much easier. Of course, it's not saved. There we go. And it's just like the idea that they would get rid of that is really frustrating to me. Aside from that, I think that it's very good. It has a lot of very powerful features that I enjoy. I just don't really like the fact that they got rid of some of the features that Massive had that I really liked. So it's give and take. Like I'm still learning it. I've found you can make some really great soundscapes from it without a whole lot of effort, which is pretty great. But yeah. So let's see, a diminished seventh would be this, right? Without a crappy instrument behind it. Yeah, exactly, Iron. It's like, why not make it something that you can like use? It is very. Is that right? There's a diminished triad. Sorry, I'm reading about it right now. Oh, right, it would be here. Oh, I see. So it's gotcha. It's 3 semitones each way. Yeah. I don't know if electric piano is the jam that I want for this. I want something that's kind of plucky, but also has kind of a tail end to it too. So I want to go maybe synthy, but probably not that. Get out of here, reverb. Dynamic response. Yeah, it's complex, but Massive already did it, and you know, Native Instruments does have some money in the company that they could probably figure it out. So I can't fault them too much. I'm sure they'd be able to figure it out in the system if they wanted to. It just feels like a really weird oversight on their part. Especially because they essentially made the rest of the interface a little. It's not confusing, but it's very menu based. Like everything's tucked away in its own menu, and it's not always easy to find what you're looking for. And the idea that it's all out there. You just gotta find it. Yeah. I don't know. I'm still learning it, and I have made some really cool pads on it. So I'm not complaining per se, but I'm also just like, eh. Let's go like this. Okay, so that has a delay on it. I don't know if I really want to go that way. I am just not having a good day today, am I? Okay, so that definitely doesn't work anymore. Yeah. Or at least, in the very least, they could have better... They could have better, they could have better represented stuff, because it's like, this delay affects the shape and the sustain. It's like, well, if you don't know what the shape and the sustain are, this is all very abstract. Like, there's no really easy way of describing what all of this does unless you already know what it does. And it's like, it's fine if this is a synth for experts, but you know, sometimes I just want to be like, I want this delay to be longer. You just click and drag it down and then you're done. But you know. Yeah. Some cognitive dissonance when it comes to that, I guess, is the best way of putting it. So I'm trying to make just a simple sub bass here, just to help accentuate the point of the rhythm. Can't hear it though. Because it's very quiet. Oh, man. Let's go like this and double it up. Oops. No, that's not right. Man, something about this just is not jamming with me. Let's do some more layering, I think. I mean, I don't want to be, what's the phrase, shuffling deck chairs on the Titanic, but I also feel like this needs just more weight. So yeah, we'll figure it out. Maybe it takes have break into a chain with a little more. Yeah, I mean, I can. You mentioned that a while ago, and I'm sorry I didn't actually check that out. I should. I should put like some distortion or something on there. See if I can juice it up that way too. I want to just try adding. It's like a glue compressor on it. This might be the wrong way of going about this too. Yeah. There's a piece to this puzzle that I'm missing. No, I know. Yeah, I don't mind that you're repeating yourself because I completely forgot about it. See, these ghost hits don't land the same way now because there's so much more weight under the. But yeah, we could like toss an overdrive on here. It's just like this. It's like there's just something about this that's not gelling with me like at all. And I don't know what it isn't. Like there's something about this that's just not working and I want it to work. I'm a bit more familiar with. Yeah, it's all good. I'm just like kind of flailing around right now, and that's not really the right state of mind to be in, you know? Part of me wants to just like say fuck all this and start over because it's not doing. Yeah, I like that too. I'm not saying. The problem is it's like maybe I've just been listening to this too long and I don't really know what's good anymore. That's better. It needs more. It needs more motion. But you know, and like I've talked about this before, it's like I don't mind the struggle. The struggle is really where you learn stuff. So I'm not as worried about that as much as just like making an entertaining piece of media. But you know, that's less important to me than just like sitting down and doing something. And I talked to a friend about this even just the other day, where it's just like, you know, the idea is more important to just sit down and do something. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be great. There we go. Oops. Rhythmically, I think we need to So what I'm doing is I'm cutting out notes here because I think that it'll be better off to give some space to this stuff. Let's just go like this because these are the same. Also, these kind of sound like butts. Snare's too long, too. We can cut that short. Can cut that short and give it a reverb, and the reverb should handle the tail a little bit better. It's still not a very large sound. Like, I don't like how hissy it is. Like, it sounds like it has a lot of beef to it, but it just gets lost in the mix. The sub bass is like really underwhelming too. I don't know why everything is just like not working for me today. Cause I feel like, and I feel like I have like things that I usually do to make this stuff work. And the things that I'm usually, you have color limiter? Maybe. That's a max for live thing? Is that what AMXD means? Yeah, I do. I've never used it before. God, this one. I'll give it a shot. I'll get rid of the overdrive for this then, and I'll just use color limiter and see if that makes any difference. I'm going to save it because I have. Oh wait, no. That goes here. Well, it definitely makes it louder. Okay, it's getting there. I also feel like, and I think you mentioned this before, like replacing the soft kicks with a harder kick in this section. I think that's a decent idea. Because the kicks right now act more like distortion. Oh, gotcha. Let's go like this. This is the least efficient way of doing this. That's clipping the shit out of that. So maybe the glue compressor goes here just to keep everything in line. Tuxie, shut up. I'm not going to feed you. He doesn't fucking care. Throwing out one of your drums as sample and automation, big reverb send. Yeah. That's kind of what I did with this, like, reverse down here, and I think it worked really well. Well, it's coming together. That's good. It's a little louder than the other section, though. Which is fine overall. I really want these to be like chonkier. God. Multiband? If I just want to crunch out the middle? Hey, Pirate Hardware, how are you? Oh, this song. Duplicate the MIDI channel, having me run through an MS-20 filter. MS-20? Sorry, I'm kind of dumb today. Oh, see, that's not working. Maybe it just needs to be an octave lower. Oh. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just a big fat dumb. Oh, filter choices and response, you skip pick clean. Wait. The response. Yeah, I didn't know. That's the drive though. I'm used to doing this one, but where's the other one? Sorry, I don't think I've ever messed with that feature before. Or is it over here? Priority, no. So shifting the octave helped a lot. Definitely the other way around. Okay, so we go. Yeah, so. Bop, 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 bop. It's all good. I'm just pretty dumb today, I guess. I have a feeling that this song is going to go a little over 2 hours, but that's okay. It's in the drive section on the filter and analog. So this is the filter. So it's symmetrical and asymmetrical. Okay, we gotta move. We gotta move on this. Get out of here, Massive. No, it's all good. Like, don't worry about it. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those songs that I hate until like 2 days after I'm done with it, and I'm like, oh yeah, this was okay. Okay, so let's take this idea and create kind of like a counter melody to it, and maybe in the chorus we can mess around with it more. So basically, I'm going to stick with this idea. So we're doing pretty well with the time we have. It's a little more chaotic than I wanted it to be. That's for sure. Let's try to find kind of a sparkly pad that has a good tonal quality. Talking machine is simpler. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I will look that up in a little bit. I just want to make sure. Yeah, so that's more what I'm looking for with this. Excuse me. And then what I can do is I can give it some motion with auto pan. Probably not that much, but that helps. Maybe a little phasing. I think phaser might be a little too much. Yeah. Some of those notes don't work at all. And then this needs to iterate again just because it's getting bland again, and I'm just trying to figure out how to make this work. It's one of those days, huh? Yeah, see, that doesn't work. There we go. Okay. Actually, that's a good way to spice things up without going crazy. Okay, and then we can also take this massive instance and maybe screw around with the cutoff a little bit, bring it up, and then bring it back down, and then bring it back to where it was, and then just kind of have it grow. So this is kind of just an increase in tension. Hopefully we can take this yeah, and like this chorus, I don't know what we're going to do with this chorus, but it has to be a little bit bigger than all of this. God, 26 minutes left. This has been kind of a mess. Part of me wants to just be like, hey, let's just go make a chill piano song real quick, and then we'll be done. It's not cheating, but so what we're gonna do is I think we're gonna go into here and kind of make this work real quick, and then yeah, I do. I have some string libraries that I think might work pretty well. I just, yeah, it's all good. Like I said, like failure, and this isn't a failure. I shouldn't be calling this a failure because it's not. But just the idea that it's like, you know what? Sometimes things don't work out the way you expect them to. And that's okay. Gotta learn to roll with the punches. Okay, where's that bass? So these should go here. There it is. At least there's some interesting things going on now, so that's cool. Okay, so this kick can be shortened up. Like having the bass is important, but also like getting it the hell out of the way is also important. These diminished chords are messing with my head. What the fuck am I doing here? I can count to 4. I don't know if we'll get to that. I don't know if we'll get to that either. We'll see. I know I need a palate cleanser after this one, though. Like, I really like this part. It's really neat. I think I invested in an idea too early, and I kind of painted myself into a corner. Yeah. Oops. That's better. Let's fix these up a little bit. Yeah, and I think that's kind of what happened to me here, where I just like I got excited for the idea, and I put too many chips on the table for it, and it didn't pan out, and then I went too far down the rabbit hole, and now I'm kind of stuck working on it, even though I don't have the excitement that I did when I started. Part of me wants to go down to here and see if I can get like some of the crazy basses that I use in this other song. And I don't know if I'd be able to pull this off. Just like reuse some basses from another song. That's not a bass though. Yeah, like that. Because I really like this song, and maybe we can kind of take some of the idea from this, some of the like the tonal stuff from this. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find out where I put the bass in this, though. It's not what I'm looking for. Audio, massive, audio, analog. Nope. It's not in the group, is it? Maybe I'll just crash the whole thing. That's fine, too. That's what I'm looking for. I mean, it's super like wet bassy sound is kind of what I was going for this. So I don't know. I kind of dunked this whole song up, and that's okay. Translate your experience of Ableton resampling. Yeah, I absolutely love doing that. I just didn't do it this time, which maybe I should have. I didn't know that this was like so layered. It's really good bass sound. I guess 90% of it is this massive instance. Yeah, obviously, that's not going to completely work within the idea of this. Yeah. I shouldn't flail around like that. That's just... Oh, man. It's all good. No, you're absolutely right. Like, the thing... And you have some very good suggestions, and I appreciate those. But... And it's not a but on your end, it's a but on my end. It's just like... It's the level of inspiration that I'm experiencing right now is like at a very low thing. It's just like, I just want this song to be done. Which is a shitty way of doing it. Like, I kind of want to like do another one of these like tomorrow. And just be like, I'm sorry guys, I fucked it up. It's just one of those days, I guess. I'm going to stand up and walk around for like a minute. I'm going to pause the timer. This is something that I can fix. I just need to change my brain. I'm taking a breather. This song is wearing me down, and I'm not gonna. This is gonna be a longer stream. Yeah, and it's fine. I don't mind. Like, we've had this before. The other one, what was it? On My Mind was another 3-hour track challenge, and you know, sometimes that happens. So, not really pizza. Yeah, so there has to be some new rhythmic element here that actually does something interesting. And We can make this work. I have no doubt that we can make this work. I just like... This is just like one of those things that's... Those are the wrong notes, but at least we'll get something out. Yeah, this isn't a fucking 90s trance song. '90s trans song. Yeah, that works too. So what I wanted to do with this is just to have something that gives it a little bit of motion and space and difference between the other sections. And of course I'm relying on Valhalla. But I don't know if Valhalla is the right option for this one. Let's work within Massive. Yeah, just messing around with the reverb. That's not what I wanted. I want something. Okay. Let's not get discouraged. No discouragement here. We're going to do this and we're going to do it right. Oh yeah, no, I don't know how much you've been listening in the background, Em, but this has been one of those things that's just like I had an idea and I put too much into the fits with what you're doing. What are you doing? Also, hi Amy, how are you? So what we can do here, let's resample this. We're 1000% going to run out of time, and that's okay. Yes, 1000%. Bring it down here. I'm just gonna like... Okay. I want to do it right. It's just going to take a little longer than I wanted. Okay, so you can duplicate this, please. No, Control J is for Photoshop. God. Yeah, so we're going to go along. That's okay. You know, it happens. And it's just a part of the creative process. Sometimes it doesn't work out the way you want it to. That's a little too loud. Where the hell is this? Okay, well, I just wanted to add a little bit there so it's not completely empty. Sure. So I don't know what we're going to do with this chorus part, but we can at least kind of start wrapping this song up. Where did they're like phase canceling each other, and that's the other thing that's really starting to bother me about this, is there's a lot of weird things just happening, and I don't know why. I'm assuming it's phase cancellation. It's just so quiet. Detuning. Yeah, that's actually probably a good idea. Getting frustrated. That's okay. It's okay to be frustrated. Just don't get salty. I don't know if we're going to be able to do anything with this chorus section. It might just be more of a breakdown. Let's just go like that. Breakdown. Because that's like how I want to do. Breakdown, sad, crying face. cool. Let's just not copy and paste the way that I want it to. Oh, it's just one of those days, isn't it? Sometimes you just have one of those days. And it's important to not let those days get to you. Because if they get to you, that causes what's called a downward spiral. And those are never fun. So we don't want that. I don't know what I'm doing, by the way. I'm just kind of... just trying things, seeing what works. Bom, 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 bom. Bom, 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 bom. That sucks. It's so much louder. Why are they so much louder? What is wrong with everything today? My wife is taking a shower and her phone is going off. Everything's wonderful listening to the Apple alarm for the last 5 minutes. Guess it's time for headphones. My life is taking a shower. It's kind of how I feel today. I don't know. Why are you scared? You're not the one. Tito, you're very cute. You're not the one dealing with this cluster. Stop looping, please. That's a good interpretation. That's okay. It's okay. Sometimes things are bad. Sometimes things are bad. Yep. This instrument is like flaring out now, and it's really bothering me. It's like... Don't make me fucking do this. Gonna make me do this. That beat sucks. Don't make you do what? Oh, I'm talking to my brain. Don't listen to me. I'm just slowly slipping into insanity. Yep. Slowly slipping into insanity. That's probably the best way to describe this song for me right now. Now I want to go back and find... this hot mess. What? Oh, you're talking to Tux?
Of course I'm talking to Tux.
Yeah. So this stream is going a little over. I'm sorry, but my brain's not working as I want it to. So
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Because were you going out by yourself, or?
Why are you sorry?
Because I feel bad.
Why?
I don't know. Because I'm bad at music.
Do you want to come in?
I know, but it's okay. Go do your thing. I don't know what your plans are. Okay. Oh. I thought you were going to the cat. Hold on one second. I thought you were going to look at cats.
Yes.
You said it was a family thing.
Yeah. That means you too. Your family.
That's true.
Unless you don't want to go.
I do. But it sounded like you were going to go before I finished streaming.
No.
Okay. Okay, well then I'll finish this off. however long that takes. Okay, so this section needs a little more juice. Hey, look, it's another bot. I checked out your Ben_Burns channel. I'm not even going to give you a chance. Wait, how does this interface work? There it goes. I blocked him like on my account instead of on the channel's account. I was like, why didn't his messages disappear? I hope Twitch takes care of that soon. I would really hate for Twitch to turn into SoundCloud, which pizza, yeah. Well, no, because Twitch actually has money, but it's just like. I don't even get that joke. My brain's fried. See, and I don't want to bring this over here. Because then I won't be able to use it over here. Although it fits pretty well. Sure makes that snare sound way worse. Well, shit. So, do I want to do kind of like a fake out ending over here and then do an actual ending? Yeah, obviously those notes won't work. I'm just going to go like this. Sometimes you got to cut your losses. I mean, this is essentially just ripping off another one of my songs. But sometimes you just gotta flip and deal with it. I don't care at this point. Sometimes you just gotta understand that sometimes the song's not gonna win you any awards. You gotta just roll with it as far as you can go, and then that's how it goes. Okay, so auto filter's not gonna work there. I just need to lower the volume on this. It should be fine. Okay, so it's basically just go and hit paste wherever you see that line on the other bar. Isn't music production fun? I'm a little salty about this one. I shouldn't be, but I am. I mean, it's just the nature of how this stuff goes. And honestly, I've been having a pretty good run with these challenges. Part of me wants to do like maybe another 2-hour track challenge on the weekend because I feel guilty that this song is not quote unquote good enough, which is a stupid and shitty way of thinking about creative endeavors. No, pizza. I was in trouble before you suggested that. I was in trouble when I decided to go all in with this kind of janky arpeggio. And honestly, it's okay. It's not bad. It's kind of cool and interesting. It's just like not what I had in mind today. It has some interesting chord stuff, especially with melodies. Am I getting that? Really? Okay. Time to put this one up to pasture. Like, post-mortem, Let's talk about this one real quick while I do a basic mastering job. But it's just like I feel that there are a lot of really good ideas in here that weren't executed to the. And this is actually a problem that I've run into a lot with the stuff that I write, where it's like I go into something having an idea of what I want, and when it doesn't go that way, I tend to end up deviating so far that I guess one thing I can say is it's pretty well mixed. It's just a little loud. Yeah, I do. I got too invested in this, and when I looked over, it was too late for me to start over. So I was just like, well, I guess this is my life now. Why is that? I've been fighting against Ableton like this whole time too, which hasn't helped. Okay. Okay, yeah, this one. Hey everybody, let's listen to some piano. Okay, let's talk about this song. I think this is important. I've noticed when I do the 2-hour track challenge, there are peaks and troughs where I start to feel very confident about what I'm doing, and I go into a project knowing how I want it to sound. And when I do that, the overconfidence is often the thing that punches me back down into being humble about the work that I do. And I think that it's important to understand that being humble about the work is just as important. So I'm not like annoyed at this track. I'm a little annoyed at myself, but I feel that like the nature of the track, it's I brought this upon myself. So I think that even though the song didn't turn out the way that I wanted to, like production-wise, it turned out neat. It was an interesting idea that just didn't pan out. And again, one of the best things about having the time limit of, in this case, roughly 2 hours, is that I can be like, hey, I spent 2 hours on something and it didn't pan out. I can move on to the next thing. So even though I was too ambitious with this song and I painted myself into a corner, I think that it's important to understand that, I spent some time on something and it didn't work out. And, a little bummed, yeah. Terrified because the next 2-hour track challenge is the 200th 2-hour track challenge, and I really don't want to fuck that one up. Like this chord. So things will be fine. It was good to get a little dose of reality before I really jump into some of the ones that might have a little more exposure, because I do want to talk about, like, hey, this was the 200th song that I made on a weekly challenge. So it's important to be, that way. But I don't know. Guys, failing forward. Thank you, pizza. That's exactly it. Sometimes you just got to be like, hey, I made some mistakes. Let's learn from them. In this case, maybe 15 minutes into the song, we should have maybe every 15 minutes we should have an evaluation. Or at least maybe like 15, 30, and 45 minutes into the song, we should have an evaluation being like, is this the direction we really want to go? And in this case, probably 30 minutes in, I would have been like, nope. And yeah, so maybe in the future I can keep a better eye on the timer, just to be like, hey, where the hell are we? And is this the way we want to go with the rest of the song? Because really, when I started building this part was super cool, but this arpeggiated stuff started to get incredibly annoying, and I just ended up driving the song into a corner where it was just like, where do I go now? And I didn't really have an answer to that, which is too bad, obviously, but adding a shot clock to your overlay. How did this happen? That's a really good way of putting it, engineer. So yeah, the song is done. It took longer than 2 hours. It was fun, if not frustrating, but I think the frustration is incredibly important sometimes, just to remember that you're not a robot that puts out music inconsistently or consistently. Sometimes you're inconsistent about it. A second timer that you have running for make this work or move on moments. Yeah. Maybe putting like another timer here wouldn't be a bad idea. I can look into that. I don't think it would be that hard to do. So I'll put that on my list. How about I'll do that right now so I don't forget. Dodgy timer shot. No, I haven't. I thought I had that on here, but I don't. Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I am going to get going. We are going to go out and get some stuff done, but I appreciate you hanging out, sticking with me. If you wanted to help me, great engineer. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. If you wanted to check out some of the other stuff, I'm online all over the place at Ben_Burns. That's BURNES. Specifically, if you wanted to help the studio, you can go to patreon.com/Ben_Burns, and you'll be able to download this song for whatever reason that you think is necessary. And then, thank you, pizza. I should really put the Patreon on there too. I did. I'm ahead of myself. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I really, really appreciate your support. I need to get your piano engineer, because your support thank you so much for the follow and the support and all of your very positive energy. I'm going to go rest my head now, and hopefully things will turn around and we'll make a cooler song at some other point in the future. Take care, all. Again, thank you so much for hanging out. Have a good one.